hello,
Hello,
Melindas. Hi, Melindas. Welcome to the show. It's Quarantine Classic Saturday night. I'm Joe. That's Nick. That's George and Steve. And boy, we got a good one. We got Plunketts. We got
a special
earrings.
Guest.
We got a special guest
Who's got some photos. Yeah,
I was trying to think of the John and Johnny reference.
Oh yeah.
Clam-shaped earrings. Ooh. Was it clam-shaped earrings?
No, we have. We got to revisit it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the special guest Emmy Blotnick, comedian, writer, is joining us to show off her Plunketts, her unflattering photos. After we had Chris Gethard on last week with some terrible photos, I asked Emmy, and she was a past VCR party favorite, and she said, yes, I do, and I got a little sneak preview of those. They're pretty great.
Do you know what? Oh, you got a sneak preview?
Yeah, because I'm going to share them. So yeah, they're pretty damn good.
Okay.
But I want to start off with a video that we did on our last EP mode. This is one of my favorites. We did TikTok. It's the video.
I thought it was gonna suck because it's a kids video, and usually those wear out their welcome pretty quickly. But it was great. It was fun.
Yeah, there's some slow songs in there, but there's also some real hits in there. I think it's just better to play a clip. And this is one we haven't shown before. By the way, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/foundfootagefestival at the $10 level. You get a bonus episode every week where we watch a whole video. This one was a kid's video called TikTok, and here's a little bit of what you missed.
Rabbit, why don't you listen to the monkey? All right. Hey, monkey, how do you know all about time? Tell the rabbit, how do you know?
That's MC Monkey.
How do I know when it's time to get up and to make my bed and to feed the pup? How do I know when it's time for school to catch the bus and follow the rules? How do I know when it's time to play, time to go out and time to stay, time to go home and time to go away, time of the night or the time of day?
That has to hurt to sing that way.
Yeah. Looks like that rabbit's melting too.
I look at my watch, it will show me time, and I know that the time can always be mine, cause I can learn what time it is by learning all about it.
That's a good question.
TikTok, let's talk about time.
Ooh. Yeah.
Also, the rabbit has an eyebrow too.
An eyebrow.
Yeah,
the rabbit sounds like either weaning or something off the Residence Hell album.
That's Abe Vigoda.
Ah!
I knew I recognized the voice.
That was actually the original Chewbacca, and then at the last minute they changed.
I thought it was Chewbacca's baby.
Some help here.
Lumpy?
Good call. Yeah.
I don't know if that's really his. That's somebody in the Baca family.
Trying to get home for Life Day. Yeah. So that's there's plenty of surprises, and in that EP mode episode, I don't even know if Steve and George know this, but we have because they're not $10 patrons. But we don't even give them free access to the Patreon videos. That's how shrewd.
It's a tight ship.
Yeah.
We run a tight ship.
But we decided mid-show that we should have an expert on time join us for it. So we called up Andrew, our weirdo pal in Boulder, Colorado, who actually works at the atomic clock there and knows a lot about time and has a watch collection. And he just came on impromptu and gave us some real opinions about time travel, measuring time.
His favorite time travel movie, too.
Yes, exactly.
Which it will surprise you.
It will. So that's at
18 again.
Oh, and yeah, 18 again. But by the way, we got some art related to that. I don't know. Did you see Clocker the Clown in that particular?
No,
I don't think we
Clocker
did.
was not in there. No, it was MC Monkey and it was TikTok. No, Watchdog.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we've shown that before in the TikTok video, but Nick Caesar gave us this amazing piece of artwork of the clown from the video. Good. And then apparently on our Facebook page, the Melindaverse, well, it's not ours, but people who watch the show post stuff. He posted it in that, and it's already been memed, and people have added their versions of their pets as the puppets. So let me show you that.
What?
So
nice.
that's somebody's dog. I believe maybe that's one of Sally's bunnies. I don't know. And then I don't know whose monkey that is, but maybe that's just a regular.
Is that Mark Marone from Pet Paris monkey?
It might have been, yeah.
Okay.
That's true. I don't know actually. So that and yeah, so that's MC Monkey there. That's a bunny, and then that's Watchdog.
I like that this is kind of a mashup of Pet Paris and TikTok.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for that. And it looks like we have Emmy on the line for Show Us Your Plunketts. Should we welcome our special guest?
Let's bring her on.
Okay. Let's. Emmy is joining us now. There's no smooth way to do this transition.
No, we'll just be quiet and we'll just we'll hope for the best. You're steering the ship here.
Yep.
Hi.
Oh, it's Emmy. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Oh wait, hit the mute button. There you
go.
Yes.
Does that happen
Welcome.
Hey.
Let's all talk at the exact same time.
Yes.
That's what you do at Zoom, right? That's what you do at the Zooms. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We're going to show some Plunketts today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So how's your quarantine going? Are you just locked down? Or what are you doing?
I don't, what's anybody doing? I'm like sleeping a lot and trying not to be too sad. Is that a good answer?
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Okay.
The cool thing is everybody's available. So
yes.
Yeah.
Normally people have better things to do, but we're in luck. So Show Us Your Plunketts. Joe's going to explain how this works. You sent me some photos, and I'm already excited to show these off. But we're going to show some of ours first.
Let me just open it. Let me just get things started with the opening graphic. I think that's the best way to start this. All right, here we go.
Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett. Jim Plunkett had never known failure until now.
And it's time for Show Us Your Plunketts, the segment of the show where we show terrible photos of ourselves. And before we get into this, let's just do the quick recap. I think last week I spent a little too much time on the recap of the top 3 Plunketts.
You're showing a lot of self-awareness right now. It's unlike you.
I'm going to just fly through these. Emmy, if you have a question about any of these Plunketts, feel free to stop me and ask, and I will gladly stop.
Okay. Is there a meaningful difference between Plunketts and Picketts?
Way different, completely different things. Yeah. Plunketts are, well, you'll see when it gets to number 1. Plunketts, once it gets to number 1, you'll see. Well, yeah, but there are Picketts that are Plunketts.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Number 3 is this is a Pickett Plunkett right here. This is I bought that hat. Well, I bought that hat ironically, then I fell asleep unironically, and Nick took a picture of me. All right, but that was number 3. That got usurped by this one. Gingerbread large sweatshirt. That got usurped by Mike Drucker as a child, looking miserable. You know Drucker, right?
Yes.
Mike Drucker as an 80-year-old child.
The title of this one is Misery. Yeah. That got usurped by Grub Child. She called herself a Grub Child, so we can call her a Grub Child. That got usurped by the Star Wars Kid. Flash. This is a miniature Grub Child here. That got usurped by Josh, I think his name is, making the same expression as Kermit is. And this is Sally's 5th grade boyfriend. Didn't get permission to use this photo from him. And this is a girl that looked like Small Wonder. At number 3, that got usurped last week by this picture of Nick that was such a Plunkett that Nick didn't even know it was him.
Barely
I showed it to him. He's like, "That's not me," and that is Nick with the red eye, and his nose looks a little weird, and his see-through eyebrows.
Still not convinced, but
yep. But big news! It got usurped this week by this Plunkett. Who was this Nick who sent this one in?
I can't remember, but just the posture and it was
the lacy hair. She has the expression of an Eric Wareheim character.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, trying to make an unflattering smile. Yeah.
I also like this haunting hairy arm over her shoulder, just sort of the looming presence of an uncle.
Yes, it's ominous. Yeah, and the harsh shadow behind him, and one hand's behind his back. Yeah.
I mean, when else do you have one hand behind your back, like a duel? I mean, it's not a natural pose.
I once got a haircut from a Russian guy who kept one arm behind his back, but I was scared then too.
Do you have a photo of that, Emmy?
I wish I did. I wish I did.
All right.
All right, then coming in at number 2, 2.5. We started adding 2.5, so this is a medieval times picture. The guy there, Emmy, is wearing a Elmer Fudd shirt dressed as Rambo that says Wambo.
Yes.
You got to look very closely. That got usurped by this Renaissance Festival picture of she got her photo taken with this guy who is a centaur. So he had like a horse behind him, but you can't tell he has a horse behind him. So it's just a shirtless guy that she got her photo taken with. That got usurped by George's Band-Aid grade school picture. I have bad news, George. You got usurped.
Damn it.
Yep, you got usurped by arguably the greatest photo of all time. This one here by David. Arguably the best. David, you're the wrong you're. Such a cutie. Love and kisses, Janine and Linda. And
the Budweiser gals. This was at his uncle's bar.
It's at his uncle's bar?
Yeah.
That's incredible. All that's missing. Did you ever see the T-shirt that says Budweiser King of Rears? I feel like that's
absolutely I did.
Yes, I had that one. It was actually called Buttweiser.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't mean to correct you here, but yeah, King of Rears. Now that's our current favorite at 2.5. Number 2 was this photo of Nick that I took at a Red Robin, and I posted on his Facebook page, and he unfriended me, and we haven't been Facebook friends ever since. And
did Red Robin license this to offer?
Well, I've been selling advertising on it now. So sizzling hot specials at Red Robin.
Now, did Red Robin misspell appetizer? Was that you?
Yeah. Is that how you? No, that does look wrong. Yeah.
Well, they're really low rates for the ads. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not getting rich off this, but it's a little pocket change. And then that got usurped by this is actually the greatest photo of all time. This is Nick Stevens, and look at this one. His brother's mid-sneeze. It's a work of art. His brother is mid-sneeze. His dad looks like Saddam Hussein, and he's half naked. He's smoking a cigarette inside the hotel room, and his mom is in the bathroom getting ready with her bra on.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice the mom. I think layered. I got lost in the contours of the dad.
Contours is a good word.
Thank you.
Charitable word.
And then our number one Plunkett of all time is, of course, Steve's Plunkett. That's how we got the name of the segment. That's Jim Plunkett on the left, Emmy, and Steve got this picture taken with him where he looks like a thumb.
Yes,
and,
yes, I see that.
And so that's how so that's our number. That's our top 3 Plunketts.
A little bit more beautiful. A little bit more preamble. I think Ross sent us some commercials that I think are especially relevant to the segment. I'm going to play one this week. I'll save the rest for next week.
Hey, Plunkett, you've never seen anything like these J-wipes, boy. Car wax right in the cloth. And it's easy.
Sure, they're easy. Will the shine last?
Will the shine last? J-Wipes puts down more wax than the leading paste. It bonds to the finish for a shine that really lasts. You see that?
New J-Wipes from J-Wax. The tough wax shine in a disposable.
That's wow. J-Wipes.
Was that pretty
J Jewish? J for Jew?
Yes, that's what that stands for. That's Alex Karras, who played Mongo in
Blazing
Saddles. He punched the horse.
Oh, okay.
And he was also Webster's dad. Thank you, George.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just next time, don't step on my Webster updates. But
you guys really fought over that Webster's dad line.
But yeah, that's Jim Plunkett with his J-wipes. So I think now we're ready to show some Plunketts.
Yeah, somebody else go first because I'm out of breath from that run down there.
George, go ahead.
I'm down to my absolute last 2 Plunketts. I'm going low res now.
Wow.
This is me at the, at the 2001 inauguration of George W. Bush. It was the first time I saw police officers dressed like RoboCop, and I ran up and said, "Hey, let me take a picture with this guy." And the guy saw me. The guy walking away he said, "I don't know if it was fuck you or go fuck yourself," and started walking away. But
can you zoom in a little bit on you there, George?
Yeah. Anyhow. So yeah,
big smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice big hat too.
And very low res.
Are you like a member of Diggable Planets, or like what is? What is that hat? All right.
And then this is my last one. This is, so remember, this is 93, 94 was like alt rock was really hitting, and I clearly was dressed for it in my Izod shirt. And what I'm really taken by is the enormous bulge in my pants, which I think is because that shirt was really long. But I
had it tucked in?
Yeah.
But why did you tuck it all into the front?
I don't know. But I look very happy, and
the grunge movement passed you by, huh?
Yeah, I got to it very late. Anyhow,
but the bulge movement.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to do some more digging for next week. Steve, why don't you go next?
Sure. So I'm going back in time as well. This first one is I don't know what's going on here. I wasn't shaving, terrible hat, and I was
Zoom in a
going
little
to the
bit.
pool. So you can, you can just see there's a lot going on there. Double chin doesn't help. I haven't had a haircut in a while, so it's like not even sideburns, but just overgrowth there.
Disheveled.
Is that a Red Sox hat?
That's
too?
a great way to say it. Yes. Of course I got the green one to make sure everyone knew I was Irish. Here's a great one of my mother and I. We're getting ready. This is a nice one snapped at right before we go to the lobster.
This might be the new Plunkett. This might be new number one.
This is quality, yeah.
Same issue with the hair, no haircuts.
Well, there's something about a bib. Like wearing a bib automatically is a Plunkett. Anytime you wear a bib. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like kind of a small, it looks narrow too. It looks like a children's bib.
The bib doesn't fit him. Yeah, the bib doesn't fit him.
You're going to get lobster all over that shirt.
I know.
I'm guessing a Red Sox shirt.
That looks like a Patriots, yeah.
Oh, yeah, is that Patriots?
Make sure I got all my sports covered. And then the last one, just once again, making sure that I should never have a mustache.
Frenchie.
Zoom in.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like I'm scared to have my photo taken.
Hey, yeah, what do you do with your hands?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You might sweep all three.
Yeah.
You might take all the
places. So this is, I don't know what week, how many weeks have we been doing this? And I just feel like the Plunketts just keep coming for me.
I feel like we could easily Photoshop something into those hands there too.
I feel like it looks like I'm worried about getting punched, but I don't know why.
Didgeridoo? I feel like you got a good option for a didgeridoo there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's put that up to the Melendez. Somebody please Photoshop a didgeridoo.
I was going to suggest a bassoon, but I think didgeridoo is better.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what family of instrument you enjoy the most. A brass guy or a woodwind guy.
Yeah.
Surprise me,
Okay. So let me get into my Plunketts.
There we go.
This is everything about me is round here.
Contours. Like Emmy said, contours.
Yeah. And I remember my grandparents going to see Calgary after they had the Olympics there, and they got me a souvenir shirt. So that was my sweatshirt for my school photo. This is another Plunkett. My sister posted this recently. It's a weird face. I'm trying to do a funny face here, but that's not why this is a Plunkett. It's like I'm just busting out of this New York graffiti shirt. And I think I'd started to use hairspray at this point too, which is
really also
not great. It's a bad phase in general.
Yeah, and your sister's right there, and she looks good. And then you look like,
And then what, Emmy?
I was gonna say, how we all hit the streets and write Broadway in block letters? That's kind of like how we rebel these days.
Hey, you hooligans, get away! Quit spray painting Broadway on that alleyway. Yep.
Broadway.
The mean streets of New York City.
That's right.
Joe's asked for more adult post-puberty Plunketts.
Yeah, because you show the kids' videos, the kids' photos all the time, and it's just I think you're like wanting us to see how cute you were as a kid.
Yeah, that's why I showed this photo. Just an adorable little Dickens right
here. So I want more contemporary Plunketts.
Well, this one might do the trick. This one, I mean, it was a while ago. I don't have a beard, but I'm wearing my dad's wraparounds. I'm taking a nap in a hammock in Wapaka. I'm wearing Syracuse Orangeman shorts, and I have a farmer's tan.
Yeah, this is better. This is better. And do you have a backwards hat on too? A backwards hat is always
backwards hat. So that's a slightly more contemporary Plunkett
No
to
sleeves.
satisfy Joe.
And do we see a second chin there?
Yes, you do. Yep.
Okay.
No beard, second chin. So,
Nice.
Joe, what do you got?
I'm running low too. I have 2 of mine, and then the rest are all Nick's photos of Nick that I have.
This might just be a me segment from now on.
Well,
I don't know.
I feel like I'm picking up the slack for you not showing any adult photos. So this one's me at an old country buffet, just looking disheveled, and look at.
I didn't know.
Let me
They
just
have a
zoom
carving
in.
station?
Yeah, it's the carving station, and I'm smiling at the roast beef.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Let's just zoom in here so you can just see the disheveledness. Like, look, I definitely didn't shower that day. My hair was growing on the neck, and my family calls those mumpers because I went to a high school with a kid who always had neck hair, and his last name was Mumper, so we always called those mumpers. And so I had bad mumpers and just disheveled. And look at that second chin too.
Show us your mumpers. And the second chin is accentuated by the fact that you're salivating over meat. Can't wait to get your chops on that.
That's actually where I digest the meat, is in that second chin.
Oh, yeah? Like a cow.
It's like I just put it down.
First step of the process.
Yeah. Sort of a pelican style.
Pelican style, yeah. Gerbil, yeah. Next up, so this one was taken 2 days ago. This is a recent Plunkett. My nephew took it. He's 6 years old. He had it on portrait mode. And from a distance, I was like, oh, this isn't bad. I was going to send it to people. And then I saw, like, look at my breast right there. Like, I was like, I got to make some changes with my life right now. Because that's just like, yeah.
So you digest the meat with the second chin, and then you store it there. Is that
right? Exactly. That's exactly.
Sort of an A cup of lunch or whatever.
That's what I call it.
Some pork carvings there.
Right. All right, let's focus on Nick now. So this one, this is Nick, closed eyes in front of a cool Coca-Cola vintage display.
No memory of that at all.
Your red beard matches the Coca-Cola logos and stuff.
Yeah, exact same shade.
Yep.
Where do they have displays of Coca-Cola behind?
I don't know,
glass?
Nick. Where was it? I mean, all these photos are from us touring, and so
it was probably at like the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta. We were trying to, entertain ourselves on the road, and
there's a lot of downtime. So yeah, we find dumb stuff, and then I just take pictures of Nick looking stupid. So here's a thrift store, a battery outlet hat. That I don't think we bought this either. We should have bought this hat. This is a sharp looking hat. Let's see what else we got. This is at Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. They have that urinal there, an incredible urinal, and
the waterfall.
Yep.
I never would have known about this urinal, and I've been to that inn.
So. You have?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go.
But I didn't get to pee standing there, so this is
They allow women to come in there now just to see the urinal. So.
And I learned the hard way on that one because I went in there to whiz, and a guy brought his daughter in to see it, and she was looking at the urinal while I was whizzing with my wiener out, and I was just really making sure. It was weird. It was weird, and I didn't like it one bit, and I kind of looked at the dad like, come on, dude. Like, yeah. It's a true story.
I hate how high my socks are in that, so I think it counts.
With your shorts?
Yeah, with my long shorts. Yeah.
And your vintage 70s. Okay.
Yep.
I think you got mumpers there too, don't you?
Possibly, yeah. Show us your mumpers.
Yep. One more. Nick at Hooters having the time of his life. Like, it's just having a grand old time.
Not a lot of vegan options at Hooters, so I was pretty miserable. And this was after a long flight to Denver, I remember, too.
I think this is a Boulder. Hooters. That was by my aunt's house.
You insisted that I got
we were staying at my aunt's house. She had a couple spare bedrooms, and then for dinner we went to Hooters. And then we went back to my aunt's house after that. So just living the dream is what we're basically doing.
Yeah.
Showbiz lifestyle.
Yep.
Those are my Plunketts.
All right, let me get to Emmy's Plunketts, and hopefully you can walk us through these. I went in the order you suggested, so
thank you. That's me in a hammock.
All right, here you are.
Here we go. This is okay. This is at Disney World. I have not seen Indiana Jones to this day.
That's a stranger. That's a stranger then.
A complete stranger. I've got a haircut known as the Rachel and a mouth full of braces.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
What a combo. And what are you carrying there?
It looks like I have a backpack wrapped in a fleece, is my guess.
Just like in the movie.
I'm not sure.
Well, I was going to say,
yes.
if you and Indiana Jones went on an actual adventure right now, you would slow him way down, wouldn't you?
Yes,
like,
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't even like adventures, you know, like I don't really do amusement parks. I still I can't believe I was talked into going to Disney World.
I can see the reluctance in your face here. I mean, that's the dictionary definition of reluctant.
I thought this was a still from the movie when you sent it, so I'm glad you clarified. Promotional still. Okay.
Plunkett?
Yeah, explain what's going on here.
This is the most fun I've ever had at a beach, I think. I don't know why. I asked my mom, I was like, can you send a couple of awkward photos? And this was her choice. And it's a choice for sure. I mean, it's like, I think, okay, I don't know how old I am in this, but I think I decided it would be good to tear out my eyebrows.
Let's look at your eyebrows here.
Zoom in.
Yeah, they are minuscule, sort of tadpole-esque. Yeah. Did you ever have a face like this? I don't know if men go through this.
Are you mid-word here, or is this like your your smile? Is this?
I think I might have had a few.
A few what?
A few grapes.
Oh, a few.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Your eyebrows kind of look like Clark Gable's mustache a little bit, kind of like if you're closer together and below your nose.
I mean, I think we're completely forgetting about the ears here too. I mean, I think it's the hair that's creating an illusion, but it's like
I still have those. They just stick straight out, man. It's a.
When the ears tucked, or when the hair's tucked behind, Yeah,
I think that it looks more like antenna. Like an antenna. So solid Plunkett.
Good Plunkett. Let me move on.
Thank you very much.
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't mean to double up on Plunketts. What's going on here?
Oh, okay. So I was a tween in the era of like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and I think every girl liked them, but we dressed up as them, which is like a step stranger, I guess. So I'm AJ, the sensitive, or no, AJ is the bad boy, and my best friend Kira is Howie, the sensitive old one. And we drew on our facial hair and pretended we had 3 other friends. I guess that's how we relaxed.
They were imaginary then. Okay.
Couldn't even muster the rest of the boys.
That's not I mean, that's actually a good costume. I don't know about yours, but like his, I recognize that. Backstreet Boy or NSYNC?
Backstreet Boy.
Yeah, I recognize that Backstreet Boy. But which one is yours again?
I'm AJ. He was kind of a bad boy, and I think had
Oh, you froze up for a second.
Oh no, I was talking about AJ's I was trying to remember if AJ had a cocaine problem or not.
I mean, I think it's safe to assume, right?
And this wasn't, just to clarify, this wasn't for Halloween. This was just something you guys were doing for.
Yeah.
Oh,
this was just hanging out at like a sleepover, the 2 of us.
Okay. Last but not least.
Oh man, oh man. Here we go.
Oh.
Celebrity Plunkett.
That's right. Is
this a wax museum?
No, this is real. This is right before I got kicked off the Lolita Express. Is that an okay joke to make?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Bill Clinton did like a fundraiser in my town, and my family just waited outside. So my brother and I both got pictures with him, and he's like in them. He's not posing. He's not with us, but we were close enough.
The flash.
This is post braces too. This is post braces. Yes. I can tell. Okay.
And I mean, an eyebrow grew back a little bit. It looks like, which is cool.
Got to see all the stages of the brows.
Yeah. If you need closure on that narrative, they came back.
We were on the edge of our seat.
I have a photo with Bill Clinton too, where it was taken with a flash, and it also looks like he's a wax figure or a standee. So it must be something about his face. Maybe I'll show that one. Yeah.
Well, the fact that he's not looking at the camera, is the thing that made me think that was a wax museum.
Yeah. No, he's just got incredible circulation.
Yeah.
But red eyes is the giveaway that it's not. So it's a Bill Clinton Plunkett.
And you ambushed him, right? Like that was an ambushing, right? Okay.
Yeah. My mom was like, run up to Bill Clinton.
That's a recipe for a Plunkett right there.
That's a recipe for a Plunkett.
Well, let me stay on celebrity Plunketts here. This is Gavin, and this is with Carrie Coon from The Leftovers and Fargo, I think, the TV show. And he has commented about how he hates his collar. The way it's is kind of flapped out.
Oh, really?
And Carrie Coon looks stunning. And
I was going to say the Widow's Peak is the star of the show
there's
here.
that too. There's that too.
And I can talk shit about Widow's Peaks because I have a severe Widow's Peak. So I
exactly, yeah.
Yes. See.
All right, so that's a celebrity Plunkett. I think there's one more celeb Plunkett here that a viewer sent in. These are viewer Plunketts. Oh no, this is incredible. This is Sheila sent this in. Sheila sent in about a dozen photos. I picked 5 because I couldn't narrow them down. I mean, Sheila's the one on the left.
She looks like the lady from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the secretary.
Oh, Edie McClurg, a young Edie McClurg, or an old Edie McClurg, actually.
It does look like she's 68 here.
In case I don't know why she's posing in front of the bingo at 7:15.
Because she's 68 years old.
Yeah, that's right.
Zoom in. I want to see the expression. I want to see those glasses.
Yeah.
That's a great photo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
beautiful stuff.
9 or 10 going on 63 right here. Okay. Here's also Sheila. I mean, I think any blowing candles out of the cake photo is gonna be a Plunkett, really.
I hate how long those candles are. That bothers me how long those candles are.
I didn't notice that, but yeah, you're right.
Zoom in, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think those are the same glasses, or maybe the slightly older adult or older version of those glasses.
Yeah. There she looks like she's like 52. She looks a little younger than that one.
Yes. Sheila sent in another one here. Let me zoom out and then go back to this one. It's always taken in front of a mantle. We have so many Plunketts in front of mantles.
Yes, mantle Plunketts. That's got to be a thing.
But I mean, everything about this, the Easter bonnet, dressed like, I don't know, Diane Keaton? I mean, like, what is the...
floppy hat, yeah.
There's like a sort of like a little Bo Peep thing happening.
That's what it is. Give her a crook, and that is little Bo Peep, absolutely. Not looking at the camera. Yeah.
We love these glass figurines on the mantle, too.
Oh, yeah, look at these.
Stuff.
Maybe from the Capodimonte collection we featured last week. Yeah.
Oh, that is definitely home shopping.
Lots of trinkets. Oh, yeah, there they are. There's the glass. They're like a giraffe and maybe a lion there.
I mean, they're basically invisible decorations.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to buy. Here's some things you can barely see. Let me put them on the mantle. Okay, then let's see. You got to zoom all the way out. All right. This, classic school picture Plunkett with braces. This is the brace era.
She might be king of all Plunketts.
And that's what I was going to declare her Plunkett queen.
Yeah.
And the last, I think this might be the last Sheila one. Okay, this is why I included this, because she's angry with her Cabbage Patch Kid on a Plunketty couch. But then look in the background. I think we have a parent Plunkett in the same photo.
Oh, this is meta.
Yeah, you see that? It's like we got a parent Plunkett in the background of a Sheila Plunkett.
Harry Potter cosplay? That's very early.
Oh yeah, they're wearing their Harry Potter outfits, and so Sheila may be queen of all Plunketts. Might be some usurping of the top 3 here going on.
I wish the Cabbage Patch doll was. I wish the Cabbage Patch doll was matching her expression there.
Yeah, sullen, angry teen Cabbage. The Cabbage Patch teen. Last but not least, this is James sent this in on the left. James going through a goth phase. And let me just see what James wrote about this. Said, I've been trying to find a good Plunkett to send you. When I was a 15-year-old goth, my dad took me to see a retrospective of queer filmmaker Bruce LaBruce's films. I got really hammered on Jägermeister and had a great time. FYI, I was unfortunately wearing a shirt that said 9-inch dick in the style of a 9-inch nails logo. And yes, that is a safety pin on my eyebrow. So.
Well, okay. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
Who's the filmmaker he's with? I mean,
Bruce LaBruce. I'm not familiar, but the Bruce LaBruce, I believe, is probably on the right there.
Yeah, the one who's not wearing the 9-inch.
Unless that's the dad, I don't know. But yeah, there was no explanation of that. But
he's 15 and he got hammered and he got to wear a 9-inch dick shirt.
Yep, I guess.
I feel like it's not very goth to smile. That's how you know he was dabbling.
Oh yeah,
that's a great point. Yeah.
And also, I don't think goths wear novelty T-shirts, do they?
If it's a really good one.
Yeah, if it's a good one, they make exceptions.
It's the goth rule book.
Yeah, and I don't know. This goths seem to have a very supportive dad. So I mean, I don't know. Usually goths are. I usually think it's the opposite, right? When you are trying to rebel, but I don't know. Maybe not. That's Show Us Your Plunketts for this week. Do you want to play the outro, Joe, or do we?
Sure. You want? Yes. Well,
Okay.
No, I don't.
All right. Emmy, thank you for joining us on Show Us Your Plunketts.
Fantastic Plunkett.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
If you have more, send them our way. We'll have you back.
And
I love that.
And what are you doing these days? Where can people watch your? Are you doing all Zoom stuff? I assume. Or
here and there, I'll post on Twitter. Let's post this one. This is, and then they can watch this.
There we go. Yes.
What is your Twitter, by the way?
It's Emmy Blotnick. Very creative.
Okay, I don't know why I asked it. I should have assumed. Yeah.
It's Raiders of the Lost Ark fan 0074.
Thanks for joining us. We have business to continue to, but thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Emmy.
Oh, thank you, guys. Nice to see you.
Bye, Emmy.
Bye.
That was fantastic edition of Shows Your Plunketts.
It really was.
I also like having guest commentators, like funny guest commentators, come on with. Chris Gethard was great. Mike Drucker had great commentary on other people's photos.
I like them seeing some of the staple Plunketts, like Steve's Plunkett and like George's Band-Aid Plunkett and your Red Robin picnic,
and having new observations about it. Right.
Yep.
Fresh set of eyes is always good.
And I always forget to play Which Thumb is Steve with our guest. I have Which Thumb is Steve locked and loaded here.
Let's play it.
Okay. Do you want to call Emmy back or?
Oh yeah, let me get her back on the.
Okay.
No, Emmy is gone.
Okay, this is a fun one today. I had a little help from Melinda. So here's let's just opening graphic here. It's time to play Which Thumb is Steve. This is the game where I will show you. Excuse me. two thumbs. I'm going to show you pictures of two thumbs. One of those thumbs is Steve. The other one is just a thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This week, JM sent one, and he thought that there was too much cheating going on with it's the Karl Strauss hat. Oh, there's a lanyard.
Too easy to tell the difference. So, okay, yeah.
So he sent in one. I'm not going to tell you which one is which one he sent in, but one of the thumbs he sent in. Here's a look at our first one.
It's too early for vodka soda burps. What's going on?
I'm drinking, beer. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
You got to. People are watching this on Saturday night. I don't want to leave them hanging.
Okay, it's 12:30, by the way, when we're.
Yeah, I know, but I it's part of the job. It's part of my job description.
Yeah. So this is Steve with acromegaly. Is that right?
I look like Eddie Munster.
I think there's no Karl Strauss hat. There's no lanyard.
Okay.
Bare
test case.
Bare Plunkett. Okay, and he's going up against this thumb. Just a regular old thumb with nothing. So you got two just regular old thumbs, nothing doctored up. Nobody's saying anything. No Red Sox hats, no lanyards, no Karl Strauss.
Right.
Just two thumbs side by side.
Okay.
So I'm just I don't normally do this, but let's just zoom in on this thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Help you out a little bit, and then I'll zoom in on that thumb.
Oh,
okay.
I thought I knew.
All right.
Nick, which thumb is Steve?
I'm going left only because it's at about a quarter profile. And I know the contours of Steve's face well, and I'm going to say that is Steve's face on the left.
Okay, I like your reasoning. George, which thumb is Steve?
I'm going to take someone in the Melindaverse pointed out that every time it's Steve, he's on the right. So I'm going to cheat and say, without even looking, I'm going to say, guy on the right must be Steve. I can't tell.
You're gaming the game.
I can't tell which one just by looking, so I'm just going to go with what the analysis, the statistical analysis says guy on the right is Steve.
Okay.
So,
all right, right. Steve, which thumb is you?
I think they're both me.
No, you can't do that. You can't
stumped
do that.
him.
No.
Oh, no, I can't.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to do that. Which thumb? Are you going to go
left.
with that? Left?
I'm going to go left. No, I'm going left. I would
left.
like to go both. But
what's your reasoning for that?
A trick question. Well, if you zoom out a little bit, you can tell, like, if on the one on the left, you can see my body, and I just refer to my body.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, not so much when you punch. Yeah, see now that's me. You can tell.
Right.
Yeah.
That wide girth.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, it turns out George is right.
Ah.
And that's how you play which thumb is Steve.
You know, I'd recognized another flaw is there's an ESPN banner in the one that was Steve. So now somebody's got to Photoshop that out as well.
Oh.
So we truly have the test case.
We've played it too many times to where everybody knows. But George, I think you might be right. I think, or whoever the Melinda was who said that, I think it might always be on the right side. I think it might be. I'm going to have to go back and check. But, yeah.
All right. Do we have any tournament updates here? We've been kind of laying the groundwork for a new tournament at some point.
Well, here's what I think. I think we can't do the music tournament right away. We talked about doing that and setting up draft picks and everything. We just did one. You don't do the NCAA tournament every single month. It's not April Madness.
It's
right?
annual. It's
annual. So it has to be special. So I think over the course of Quarantine Classics, we show some of our draft picks. We show some of our hot prospects that we're scouting right now. And then, you know, maybe 6 months from now, we do another one. Or maybe maybe it is just annual. But
George, do you have a recruit here that you want to show off first before we get into?
Yes. Are you familiar with Tasty Cakes, the Philadelphia snack treat?
I've heard of it.
I think so, yeah.
It's a beloved local institution, and here is a classic jingle.
Oop, we're not getting audio.
Fuck. I'm gonna pay for that at some point.
We should just always just have a little bowl of Batman cereal just right next to us.
I do, next to my bed.
Like Bridge Mix.
Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake. Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake. Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake. Tasty cake. Nobody bakes a cake as tasty as a tasty cake.
I like that every 80s commercial has a wealthy guy who also joins in on the fun.
That's a good observation.
That is.
Like, even I'm not too wealthy to enjoy Drake's tasty cake.
I'm a kid at heart.
Did are those responsible for yodels? Is that a
I should know that. I don't know, and I'm not willing to make a guess because I know I'll have to pay for it.
Because we had the first time I heard about yodels was in the movie Welcome to the Dollhouse. When Wiener Dog has yodels, and I learned that those were an East Coast thing because in the Midwest we're all Little Debbies. It's 100% Swiss cake rolls.
I'm in the heart of Little Debbie country right now. In fact, I woke up this morning, there was a half-eaten Little Debbie donut stick on the counter, and I don't know if it was my mom or dad who was eating a Little Debbie donut stick, but I lost a little bit of respect for whichever one it was.
Would your dad put peanut butter on a Little Debbie's donut stick?
I think he would. Yeah. He puts peanut butter on everything. So yeah.
Now, you guys had Hostess out there, though, right?
Hostess too. Yeah.
Hostess is everywhere.
That's national.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Just making sure. You said you didn't have yodels. We had yodels.
What'd you have up in Boston, Steve?
Yodels, Little Debbie. I mean, not Yodels, Little Debbie. Hostess, Little Debbie. That's about it. We didn't have
Little Debbie there too, huh?
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not that special.
I think once we get to like maybe episode 30 of Quarantine Classics, we'll just talk about different regional snack cakes.
We'll have a tournament of those, I guess.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah.
We got a lot of time to kill here.
Steve, you got a jingle?
I do.
Okay. Is this a prospect? Is this an up and comer? Are you gonna? Excuse me.
I think it's a
are you
prospect.
Huh?
I think it's a prospect.
You kind of massaging its shoulders, trying to get it ready.
Yeah, it's an older one, so this is like the veteran that's going to come back and try to make one last run at it. Here you go.
All right.
When it says Libby's, Libby's, Libby's on the label, 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 nothing's better, better, better on your table, 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 'cause we think you'll agree. It's hard to find a canned vegetable that's
younger, tender, under, sweeter,
redder, moister, brighter, crisper.
On the Libby's label is a note that says, we challenge you to find a better can of vegetables.
Kind of a Smucker sounding
I
narrator.
want to hear the rest of that, Steve. I want to hear his voice. I really like the way that he.
No, it's found a better vegetable.
I'll finish it off for you.
Canned vegetables.
We think you'll agree it's hard to find one that's
younger, tender, rounder, sweeter, redder, moister, brighter, crisper, young.
I think
better and better.
I think a lot of people are going to have a problem with the turn of phrase "redder, moister." That would be my guess in the comments. But
we'll see.
Well, I watched both of yours, and I'm trying to think like, would Caitlin Cook, would Steve Hayden, would John Haskell, some of the reviewers, some of the judges, what would they think of that? I think they would like that.
Me too.
I think that was peppy and it moved along well, and I think you got a good rookie on your hands there.
Both
Steve.
good prospects.
Yeah,
great.
But here's what I'm going to propose for our next tournament, and I already drew up the brackets, so we have to do this now. I want to do a different tournament where we try to pick the ultimate Nick Brewer video. Okay? So we're going to have, let me just show you what it looks like. My cursor's missing. Oh, there we go. Okay. What are we? All right. This is called the Sweet Nick's Teen Tournament 2020. And it's a spoof of Sweet 16, Sweet Nick's Teen. But we're not going to have 16 here. We're going to have two divisions. We're going to have the sexuality division here, and we're just going to do 4 on that side. We're going to show 4 ultimate Nick sexual clips. And then on this side, we're going to show elves and shit division. So it's like puppets, nostalgia, the bullshit that Nick likes, and clowns and stuff like that. And then we'll have 4 on that side, and then we'll whittle them down, and we will have, I don't know how long this will take us. I think it'll probably take us 2 weeks. A sexual Nick clip up against an elf and shit video clip, and for the winner. And here's the thing. Nick isn't going to be able to, you can weigh in on what you think, but then the 3 of us are going to vote and decide which is the ultimate Nick video. You can weigh in and try to sway our opinion. So that's my proposal.
There's no way we can't do it. I mean, you must spend hours on that bracket.
Now, if I have an Alf scat video, can we show that, or is that just behind the
An
paywall?
Alf scat video, is that?
Because that could go on either side. I don't know what.
Scat is sexual?
For some people. I
For
wish
Nick?
I had not said that.
Okay.
Take it back.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I don't think I'm inherently sexual. I have pointed some of those clips out because I noticed that the clips that have a thumbnail that has something sexy on it, like we have one clip that has like, I think a still of cartoon genitals that you would consider sexual. That has the most, by far, probably 5 times the amount of views of anything else on our, then let's say something, if we take a still from a video about how to make bassoon reeds, something that you're into.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get some clicks on and grow our audience. So I don't think the sexuality.
He's talking a lot right now, isn't he? He's just kind of scrambling.
You don't have
He's
to make excuses.
You
Nick,
can
to
tell
show
when
it.
Nick's nervous and when he's up against the ropes, when he just starts yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. It's just excuses. Just
feel
everywhere.
like I need to make a disclaimer before that bracket comes to fruition.
See, still talking, still rambling. Yep. What do you guys think about the way that we conduct this? Are you guys into this? I'm not talking to you, Nick.
Yep,
George, Steve?
I love it.
Sure.
Okay, so I think that we each have to take a sexuality clip, an elf and shit clip, and we'll convene this week, and hopefully the Melindas can jump in with some videos that we've already shown and tell us which ones we should play to help us out a little bit. So,
I'm looking forward to it. I'd be curious to see what you think I'll be into. I'm just kind of missing. I don't know. We're 16 weeks into Quarantine Classics. I'm kind of missing Mr. Sprinkles. I just kind of our old friend. I haven't seen him.
Oh, I love Mr. Sprinkles. I love to hate Mr. Sprinkles. That's the thing. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, there is Mr. Sprinkles.
Hey. Oh shit.
Mr. Sprinkles. Hey, this is a family show.
Yeesh. Look at this crew. Y'all got me rooting for the virus.
Oh no, Mr.
Mr.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. That's a terrible thing to say.
Hey, when this is all over, can you keep please wearing the masks?
Oh no, are you saying our faces aren't? You shouldn't be looking at our faces, Mr. Sprinkles.
So how's the lockdown going for you guys?
It's okay.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, I haven't gotten coronavirus yet. What? Okay.
Get to drink beer at 11:30.
Yeah.
I'm loving quarantine. It's giving me a way to hide from all those paternity lawsuits. Let's just say I have a lot of ladies who joined my super long play club.
Oh, Mr. Sprinkles.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Are you like Pinocchio because you're made of wood, but it's not your nose?
Okay, let's see who we've got here. Oh, it's Nick Brewer. Here's a guy who loves board games. Here's a board game for you. Grow the hell up from Hasbro.
Hey, Mr. Sprinkles.
For ages 18 and up.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Oh, who's that? Is Smoking Joe Pickett?
Oh, hi, Mr. Sprinkles.
He's a real humanitarian. He's doing a clinical research trial to see how swilling booze protects you against COVID-19. Thank you for your service.
Mr. Sprinkles, I'm just enjoying a beer.
Oh, and George, what do you have on these guys that makes them let you be on the show? Shouldn't you be on Creeps Reunited with Jeffrey Dahmer right now?
Creeps Reunited. I'd watch that.
George, aren't you going to get mad at Mr. Sprinkles for saying that?
I'm so used to it by now.
Okay.
It's all day. You know, when the cameras are off. Yeah.
You guys sleep in the same. You guys sleep in the same bed. Like, yeah, wake up together and yeah.
Oh, and who's that? The Plunkett Grand Champion himself, Steve Lawrence.
How you doing, Mr. Sprinkles?
He's the director of VCR Party. Direct a show? You couldn't even direct deposit.
It hurts. It hurts.
What notes do you give these guys? Hey, Joe, in this scene, pretend you're sober.
Mr. Sprinkles.
That was a double diss right there.
Wow.
Okay, that's it. See you around, guys.
See you, Mr. Sprinkles.
I don't know why I missed him. He's ruthless. He's brutal.
Oh, he really is. He's really. He just
George,
tells it like it is.
Once you get him started, it doesn't end.
Yeah.
I have to look forward to this for the rest of the day.
Well, I kind of want to see a rap battle between that Mr. Sprinkles and the dessert topping I found also called Mr. Sprinkles, maybe on a future episode. So we'll see. See if my dessert topping shows up.
And so will the dessert topping be talking?
Oh, I assume so. It's sentient.
Okay, and then it's got to be a rap battle between that Mr. Sprinkles and actual Mr. Sprinkles.
Yeah, what don't you understand about this? I think it's pretty obvious.
It writes itself.
You just kind of like said it very quickly. Just yeah.
I think everyone.
I just want to make sure I heard it right. Okay.
Well, what do we have coming up on VCR Party? We got. We have.
Do we have anything from the Melindaverse?
I think
I have one thing from the Melindaverse.
Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead.
Mo C sent this one, a VCR Party. He drew a VCR Party, his version of it, his interpretation of it, but it's all with Plunketts. And,
there's Mr. Sprinkles.
Yeah, look at it.
I'm wearing the first Mr. Sprinkles merch.
Yeah, Mr. Sprinkles is there. The thumb in the bottom right.
It's kind of like the Thing. Steve's a comic book fan, so.
Yep,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, sexual man.
Instead of the Fantastic Four, we're the Unbelievable Four.
Yeah, Unbelievable Four. Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's why Steve is the Rock Man.
Yeah.
The Thing, right? Or the Rock Man?
Yeah, Mr. Sprinkles insults his opponents and into
I beat the Mole Man.
That's great.
Yeah,
Love
so that's Mo C. Thank you, Mo C. Mo C also gave us Atlas Butler with my nose
right.
full of yuck anymore. So
yeah. Well, I was just going to mention that on VCR Party on Tuesday, we have a huge update. We showed Flubs last week with Dan Opsel, the Flub Man, and we've had a holy grail flub we've been trying to track down for years. I haven't seen since high school. Well, it's been found, and we're going to show that flub on Tuesday's show.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I couldn't believe it when that showed up in the inbox. It was a huge day. I bet you actually cried tears.
I was red and moist when I saw that.
Redder and moister than
Redder
usual?
and moister than usual, yep.
Your beard was redder and moister than usual?
And we mentioned this, but on August 15th, we're doing a special webinar of Computer Beach Party. We never show movies. We haven't found one worthy. Everyone else does movies, but Computer Beach Party is ours. We found this in 2010 and toured with it. We're going to do a live version of it, complete with guest, trivia, and we've already sold 100 tickets out of 500, and it's like a month away. So go to foundfootagefest.com, get your tickets for the live Computer Beach Party live. We're doing live trivia, by the way, and I ordered prizes for it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm just gonna wear a swimsuit for it, and I'm gonna try and be damp for the entire thing. The whole thing, I'm gonna be damp.
You'll be moister than usual too. Okay.
You'll be redder, I'll be moister.
All right, that's a deal. And then EP mode for our special Patreon backers at the $10 and up level. We're going to watch Jewel Osco grocery store training videos, the full versions, and hopefully we can get the guy who stole them from his Jewel Osco job. Any word back from Todd?
I emailed him a few days ago, and the email got sent back, so it's not working anymore.
Oh,
so
okay.
I have a lead on a new email. I have a lead on a phone number. So hopefully he can join us because he has great stories about how he stole this video.
Yeah. And Frenchie and the Creep, I think, is off this week, but will you guys have any ideas?
Wait a second. Last week's Frenchie and the Creep was the best one yet. Easily. The VCR Smarty. Because I had never watched VCR Smarty after we taped it, because I never watched any of these things. But that one, I was just like, whoa! Like I got mad again just watching it. So
and I got mad at you again too for, and I liked the Weasel Photoshop. So I'll keep up the Photoshops. That's a great enhancement to it. But you guys have any ideas for your next one?
No, send us in some, either send it in at info@foundfootagefest or hit us up and give us some suggestions. We have not started diving in yet.
What about the one where, for my birthday show, where Nick put the two Rejuvenix on his butt and
people asked us specifically not to revisit that.
Really?
Yeah, but there's a lot
of.
of.
That was a good one. I remember that being a really fun one.
Funny how different people have different memories of things, but interesting. All right, well, you can either review a past VCR party or anything on the SLP Club, which is our super long play club you can join. It's Netflix for weirdos. Anything else, guys?
That's it for me, I think. Yep, that's it for me. That's all. That's it. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
It was nearly spring when I found it, and it was half dead.
There we go.